Hey, what's happening, man? It's been a long time coming. I won't make this sound like no R&B song or a great comeback. I'm just picking up where I left off at. Make it make sense Sundays, man. If I had that round of applause button, that's what you'd be hearing the clapping and everything. Give a round of applause to yourself. We're going to run through some reaction videos. These are the best reaction videos. I should have things catch them, but I say, hey, today is Sunday. So we're going to go with Make It Make Sense. Hey, short videos, man. It's about 13 minutes long. We're going to stretch that to about 30. Then we're going to be in and out of here, man. These reaction videos are from current events, things that's happening, things that some might not know, things some people may know. But we going together as a collective unit, a community, a village, whatever you want to call it. We're going to decipher these videos and we're going to break it down. So in the meantime, I'm going to give y'all a couple of minutes, give y'all a couple of seconds to tune in if you're going to tune in. If not, oh well, I'm going to just go on with the program. And I'm going to reprogram it to come back on at 3 for the late night people that don't never get no sleep. Yeah. Check out the background. Barnes & Noble, get you a copy. Type in my name. Later on, when I get my phone and I get the tagging and sharing, excuse me, when I'm going to get the tagging and sharing, the info going to be on there. So I give y'all some time to come in. Y'all listen to my commercials as we begin. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. How y'all Sunday been, man? What y'all ate? What y'all got going on? Y'all might not be paying attention. Y'all might be watching something else. But again, I told you, coming back at 3. YouTube, Facebook, I don't own the rights to this music, so don't tag me in it. Again, these are going to be reaction videos. I just got a couple of videos I put together. Shout out to Dollar Wake on TikTok. Y'all go follow her. Look, man, the fans, they send me videos, and I just play them after I send the videos. You know, I play the videos that you send me. It's a lot of them, so give me some time. If you want a shout out, I'll shout you out if you send me some videos. There go my handle right there for my YouTube. If you want to go on ahead and subscribe to that page, TikTok's pretty much the same. KUMSEEBOUTME right there. Say, Mr. Come See About Me. You just type that in, Google that. My info will come up too as well. So we're going to keep on pushing and shoving. Big shout out to Galveston Podcast. It's a platform with all this amazing and beautiful information and nugget dropping and men being men and women and everything just to help the village out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Podcast, Galveston Podcast, Mr. Vato, and Mr. Come See By Me himself. I'm talking in third person and I don't give a damn. Yeah. Y'all looking good out there, though. Continue to look good. Continue to shine. I'm going to get these videos together, but right now you're going to let me get my share on them. Let y'all go on there, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mr. Garage Talk. That's my boy. What's understood is already understood. So shout out to him and everything he got going. I see you, Mr. Disciple. Appreciate you for tuning in. Make it make sense. I don't. Glad to see you, man. You always put a smile on my face. And it's very important. If you're around somebody and they put a smile on your face, you make sure you keep on getting that energy because you never know when you're going to need it. Because sometimes you just need so you don't even need words. Sometimes you just need a visual or something. You know what I'm saying? A something, something to get you going. You feel me? Anything to get you going. But again, I appreciate you. I'm always show you my flowers every time I see you. I'm going to give you much gratitude because your gratitude is deserved. And everything that you do is going to be melanated and very populated. I'm going to increase the increase right now. I'm going to increase it into you, and it's going to manifest, because I know if it's going to be a you, it's going to be a me, then it's going to be a them, and that's how we move. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. But yeah, my handle is Come See About Me 43. YouTube. Yes, sir. Come See About Me 43 YouTube. I'm trying to get it together. Give me a second, child. Again, please don't hit me for this music you hear in the background. Oh wait. Yeah, yo. I see y'all like rock. That's how we rock. I'm gonna put these comments up there. Again, the videos I got, I strayed away from reaction videos, and I'm gonna get back on reaction videos. Again, I got people who send me videos. They send me videos, and I play them. And I would like to shout out mine and shout out. But I have a person all the way on TikTok. She be sending me some real information, and I pick through it and skim through it. All right.
Dinar is your trigger warning. Okay, I've told you guys that is what's going to start moving. That is going to make a lot of us very, very rich.
Yeah, the youngster,
And
Sister
the
Sanders.
dinar has started to move today for the first time in decades. The dinar is on its way up.
Because if you start do that, then I'm gonna have to play it on something else. Because you ain't gonna get the stuttering on my.
That means they are getting ready for the currency reset and reevaluate.
All right, man. This thing on mute. Y'all know I'm trying to say. Okay, share that screen.
Decades. The dinar is on its way up. That means they are getting ready for the currency reset and reevaluation, guys. Of course, the Pope's funeral was the green light, and then the power outages. This is all. I'm not going to tell you that everything's going to go down. We don't know how this is going to play out. But everything that I have told you is going to start happening. You guys know I haven't been wrong about any of this stuff. You guys don't get dinar moving. Here we go.
That way y'all can see my graphic work.
All right, guys. So this is definitely it. You guys, that is what's going to start moving. That is going to make a lot of us very, very rich. And the dinar has started to move today for the first time in decades. The dinar is on its way up. That means they are getting ready for the currency reset and reevaluation, guys. Of course, the Pope's funeral was the green light, and then they've got the power outages. This is all the signs you need. I'm not going to tell you that everything's going to go down. We don't know how this is going to play out, but everything that I have told you is going to start happening. You guys know I haven't been wrong about any of this stuff. You guys don't get worried that it's taking so long, but now to see the Iraqi dinar moving, here we go, guys.
What y'all feel about some other currency besides? I'll give you a second. All right. Y'all bear with me for a moment. You can tell it's been a while. I'm rusty myself, but the show must go on. Just like Indiana. They is shocking me, y'all. Anyway, stay on track here. That currency that he was talking about, I was just watching something on that Coinbase. You know how they say they can start one off another one and start one after another one, but you never know when it's going to fall. So I'm pretty sure that the ones that's dealing with this money, somebody else has got to be thinking, okay, if I can get a good, strong, solid brand of Coinbase, of course, I can rule down to the whole. That's what he was saying, but we're going to start all over from the beginning. Now I got to do this correctly. Share screen, image file. We're going to share this screen. We'll go to Google Photos. And we're going to share that. Now we're going to play it.
All right. Hey, guys. So this is definitely it. The Iraqi dinar is your trigger warning, okay? After that, it's like a lot very rich and just getting ready for the currency reset and reevaluation, guys. Of course, the Pope's funeral was the green light, and then they've got the power outages. This is all the signs you need. I'm not going to tell you.
First of all, we understand we're not going to do none of that fear mongering because some of the stuff that's being said, some of that stuff don't even happen. So don't even take what I'm saying for a grain of salt, and don't say that I said it and it's going to happen and it's going to be true. I'll be speaking what I be seeing and what I be feeling, and this doesn't necessarily mean that I'm 100% correct. Matter of fact, I'm full of shit and don't even listen to nothing I'm saying. But go back to this currency reset. Somebody's got to get on top of the currency situation, anything, because we know the dollar bill ain't backed up by nothing, number one. And if it ain't backed up by nothing, because it ain't got to be the oil, because everybody else finding their own oil, they making their own way downtown. And they finding out that they got their own resources and they trying to stand up on their own. And we over here on this side, we trying to do the same thing, but it's not really no we. It's just the ones that's controlling it and got some control over it, try to control it and dish it out and bring it back to what they think is equal playing ground. But again, another currency, that's what they got going. I want to elaborate on the Pope. You know, he opened up them doors, and then next thing you know, he got sick. And I'm telling what he didn't open up with that CERN and everything else. That's another way to think. That's the way that I be looking at it. And then on top of that, I ain't even worried about the Pope. When Queen Elizabeth died, why did they break that wand, that stick, or whatever you want to call it, Moses' staff? You can't just, sometimes you got to watch a movie 3-4 times before you really understand it sometimes. Some things you miss sometimes. And you got to go back and you got to look at it for what it's worth and study it. Just study thyself to be approved. But again, they break that and then this happening. They said that was the last pope, then they got another pope. So that's what I'm saying. They just having us all over the place. But if you think for your own, you ain't got to be all over the place because you already know. Let me quit talking and let these videos run.
It's going to go down. We don't know how this is going to play out. But everything that I have told you is going to start happening. You guys know I haven't been wrong about any of this stuff. You guys don't get worried that it's taking so long. But now to see the Iraqi dinar moving, here we go, guys.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
Yet again, you motherfuckers get nothing for your vote. They done marched your ass up and down the motherfucking thing. You book all that to feel for people. For people. Tell me how the fuck to help you. Tell me how the fuck do that help your stupid ass. Why you over there championing all?
Huh?
That's how it works. And I guess we just can't, whoopsies, I guess the vaccine thing is too controversial to do now.
Which is crazy. Like, this is the entire reason that people got behind them to be able to go to school and things of that nature. And all this taking, it seems to me, a backseat. And I would say, by the way, as an extension of that, also the MAGA movement. It sort of feels like doing the bare minimum for Americans and what we actually put them in office for, and then doing the absolute maximum for like BB get out 2000 asked you for a lot more. The mandate was a lot more, and you promised everyone that you were going to do for Americans. That would be great, but once again, we're left feeling like this is just a slave colony.
Yeah, and the fact that it's the movement is called America First originally, and that is a stroke of genius because it is so hard. They're trying their best, but it's so hard to make what they're doing look America first. And they're trying to do all these backwards arguments. Like, how is passing speech laws that like in some cases criminalize, or at the very least, kick you out of school, pull your federal funding if you criticize Israel? There are no laws about racism in America. There's no, if you Google right now, there is no recognized definition of racism by our government. But if you Google America's official definition of anti-Semitism, there's a whole page on the State Department's website about anti-Semitism. And so how do you call this America First when we are explicitly going against our First Amendment of our Constitution on behalf of a different nation? And inside of those guidelines, they specifically say that saying that Jewish people would have more allegiance to Israel than to America because they're Jewish, that's anti-Semitic to say, while out of their mouths they're saying we need to do these things for Israel, or like, I am a Jew first above all else, things like that are like, how are we going along with this cognitive dissonance?
Who out there knows Bill Gates? Let me bring.
What's your thoughts about that, man? Anything that y'all want to talk about, you put in the chat. I look at the chat. We can bring it back up and see how we feel about it. But I'll go back to what Kansas was talking about as far as I'm just thinking about a newborn baby or your kid before they go to school. They got to take a shot. Why they got to take a shot to go to school? The reason why I ask that is because the parent will get in trouble if their kid don't take a shot. Now tell me, in what parallel universe and what God's green earth, if God is who he say he is, why do the parent get punished for not giving the kid a shot? I don't even want to say what y'all should have finished when I was speaking. The parent get in trouble for not letting their kid get a shot. Their kid, you can't violate nobody's free will, but you violating free will when you're giving them people a shot against their free will. It's just like taking your newborn baby and going to get the baby baptized. The baby don't even know that it's being baptized. And so now, some people walk around there and got baptized twice. Now, I don't know if that's a strike against you. I don't know if you're supposed to just do it once. I don't know. But a baby can't decide, I'm ready to get baptized. That's you violating somebody's free will again, and you wonder why they born into stuff and things happen. We never know what our actions and beliefs can really stir up into this dimension that we're in. But I ain't gonna hold y'all. Let's keep on.
Bring him out to this field and tell me that these beautiful four-wheel drive, four-legged sauerkraut vat pruners are destroying the planet. Folks, did you know that Bill Gates has just raised $24 million of venture capital to try to invent a vaccine to eliminate cow burps and farts? Folks, it ain't cow burps and farts that are destroying the planet. It's people like Bill Gates that are destroying the planet. So beautiful creatures, to their God-given instinctual, service to humanity, realized 500 years ago, North America had way more animals than it does today. The world 1,000 years ago had way more animals, pounds of animal weight, than it does today. Even with hybrid seed, chemical fertilizer, John Deere plows, and everything else, the world had way more animal weight 1,000 years ago than it does today. Let that sink in a minute. It's not the animals, it's the management of the animals. The problem is Bill Gates hasn't been here. I'm waiting for him to come to meet our cows and find out how our pastures actually produce methanotrophic bacteria. These pastures, when they're perennial, they're not tilled, and they're healthy, they produce methanotrophic bacteria that reaches out into the atmosphere and grabs, you ready for this? The equivalent of 1,000 cows per acre worth of methane and brings it back down into the soil. The problem is people don't have healthy pastures because they don't move their cows. People don't have healthy pastures because they plow them up and plant corn. People don't have healthy pastures because they build houses on them and make lawns. People don't have healthy pastures because they build parking lots and soccer fields and stadiums on them. If we have healthy pastures where the cows are, then nature has a wonderful way of bringing abundance of everything to our plate. And that's what this kind of farming does. And I would love to introduce Bill Gates to a lunatic, unorthodox alternative someday.
Bill Gates probably wouldn't last 2 seconds listening to you talk, because it sounds like you're underwater and your nose full of water. That's why we probably don't understand what you're saying. But I cleared up for the people that's in the community and the people that's watching. First of all, he's saying that Bill Gates is saying that cow manure is messing up the air space and the ozone layer. What's your comments on that? Y'all put that in the chat. How you feel about cow shit fucking up the ozone layer? Not jet fuel, not none of the shit you see in the fucking cow shit. Number two, he's telling you how cow shit makes the pastures a little bit better. And he's telling you the reason why the other pastures, with all the upgrades and chemicals and steroids, if they would move their cows, then their pasture would be tilled the right way and correctly. The earth take care of the earth, and you take care of the earth, and the earth take care of you, living off the land, whatever it is that you believe in, But I can tell you what, ain't no cow shit destroying the ozone layer. I just know they use that for fertilizing. It makes shit grow. So how he gonna tell that bold-faced lie? I guess because he owns just about everything, so you can just say anything you want to. And then the people that own a little something too, they just believe him. I don't know. What y'all think? Y'all put in the chat. Anyway, let's continue these videos.
Muammar Gaddafi has lost legitimacy to...
Okay, the video up here that we're about to watch is what happened to late Colonel Muammar Gaddafi, the greatest African leader from late 20th century to early 21st century. He was the only African leader that proposed the name United States of Africa. He also proposed one currency, one passport, and even one army. He challenged Western imperialism. His favorite words were Africa for Africans. The land of Africa is for Africans. Everywhere, our land is our land. Everything is our land. And this is what happened to him. Watch.
Muammar Gaddafi has lost legitimacy to lead, and he must leave.
There is a conspiracy to control Libyan oil, to control the Libyan land, and to colonize Libya again. This is impossible, and we will fight until the last man and woman to defend Libya.
We came, we saw, we died.
That boy was protecting his own people. And they told us that malarkey, that placebo effect ass story about that man. Now you got to think about every dictator or anybody else that had a little power, a little oil, a little whatever, allegedly, because, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anyway. They took him out. They just took him out the game. Fuck it, These people trying to create their own economy, try to create their own way, try to stand on their own 10. Fuck it. Take them out the game. Allegedly. That's exactly what they're doing. But you just keep looking at the ones who was in that position. Let's continue.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today, the government of Libya announced the death of Muammar Gaddafi. This marks the end of a long and painful chapter for the people of Libya, who now have the opportunity to determine their own destiny in a new and democratic Libya. For 4 decades, the Gaddafi regime ruled the Libyan people with an iron fist. Basic human rights were denied. Innocent civilians were detained, beaten, and killed. And Libya's wealth was squandered. The enormous potential of the Libyan people was held back, and terror was used as a political weapon. Today, we can definitively say that the Gaddafi regime has come to an end.
Okay, so basically what happened was the American propaganda, just like we know them now, tried to paint everything. All you heard Obama say here were lies. But what happened then was we depended on the Western media to tell us what was happening in Africa, unlike now that we have social media. So what happened was the American leader, the first Black American leader, betrayed the greatest African leader. I was a kid then. This was in 2011, and I was just a kid. But even people that were grown up then didn't have access to social media like we do now. So we only believed in what they told us without knowing exactly what was happening in Libya. But come to think of it, after they brutally murdered Gaddafi, this liar said that now the people of Libya can now decide their own future, right? Now, Libya is the most disorganized country in Africa. No government, no police, no law, nothing. There is nothing in Libya now. There is no order in Libya right now. But they deceived them and killed their only true leader. And what I want to remind all of us is they have started again. They used a black man, this liar right here. They used a black man. Then in 2011, I was a kid. But now I am grown up. We are grown-ups now, and we have access to the social media. Now, our greatest leader right now, Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, and they have come with the same propaganda through a black man again, labeling him as a criminal, as a squanderer, and saying that he has lost the legitimacy to lead, just like they said in the time of Hook, and we are not going to let that happen. Consequently, in case you have not heard, there will be a march on the 30th of April in every African country, in every African state, on the streets, everywhere. And this march on the 30th of April on all streets of Africa will be a warning to the United States of America to leave us alone. They can find an alternative outside of Africa, but they should leave us alone. They should leave our hero alone. They should leave Africa alone. We are good. We love what we have, and we do not need any help from the United States of America or France. We do not need help from France. We do not need help from the United States of America. We do not need help from the European Union. We are good, and we have what we want, and we can manage it. This march is on 30th of April.
Well, the 30th of April is already gone. I'm pretty sure that they marched around the whole continent. You know what I'm saying? I hope I don't sound like that dude that sounded like he was a serpent or an evil entity when he was trying to talk. They tried to get that man some water. He still sounded like a lizard or whatever the hell he was changed into. But he was talking about those powerful people that was in Africa, Gaddafi and all them, and how they was trying to make their own currency, their own economy, their own economics. And they get shut down. And I just look at, each decade we had something that happened. You had the buildings, you had the desert storm, you had all that. You got to think about the power struggle between the two, and back and forth jockeying for position and see what right now. I know it's a saying: the first will be last and the last will be first. Period. Point blank. So we've been on top for a very long time, and it seems like everybody else, they starting to get on their own 10, and it'd be dangerous because we depend on a lot of stuff from a lot of other places but our own. And I was doing my own little peep around and studying and looking at glasses, and I don't believe everything I read, see, or hear. But Vienna sausage, that's the only thing made in America. Boy, if them people decided just to cut us off, all we gonna be eating is some goddamn Vienna sausage, because that's the only thing America make in America. We don't even have our own cheese. And it ain't no more animals. If you listen to the show earlier, the man was telling you, decades and decades ago, we had a lot of animals. Now we don't. Now these boys is printing nuggets out of goddamn machine, and we eating printed nuggets. I want you motherfuckers to sit here and think about how the fuck a printed nugget tastes. That's all I want y'all to do. I just want y'all to sit here. We're going to sit here, give it about a good 10 seconds and think about a printed nugget. Some of y'all don't give a damn anyway. You look like a printed nugget. Some of y'all built just like a printed nugget. And you need to just stop. You understand what I'm saying? But hey, to each his own, if that's what you want to do. I can't stop eating cake after 10 o'clock at night. And I call myself in shape. I get up in a full goddamn, I'll be in a dream, wet dream, and wake up and go get that piece of cake. But to each his own, man. If you want to stand on 10, just know you got to go through the bullshit. And don't complain about going through the bullshit either, because we don't want to hear it. If you're going to go through that shit, show us how you went through it, took that ass whipping and kept on going. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the ones who got the ass whipping when they was little by their parents, and they turned out, great. The ones who didn't and turned that shit to anger and flipped the eye, hey, to each his own. Everybody can deal with shit how they want to deal with. But this is the Galveston Podcast, these reaction videos, totally, put you at a place where you got to think about some shit. Until the next time, I told you I'll be about 30 minutes. I got to go and put these videos together. I just wanted to put this together, get back on track since it was Sunday, make it make sense. And we made it make sense. Right there, y'all see right there before we leave, y'all go to that Barnes & Noble. I told y'all what to do. You type in either that name or that number. It's right there. That's how you do it. And go buy that book. You go buy that book. So you can go tell somebody, don't judge a book by its cover, because you've been waiting to tell somebody that anyway. Somebody you want to tell that right, God doggone now. But till the next time, man, I appreciate it, and I'll see you again.
Tired of doing the same thing. Let's get this straight. I gotta say, we not have-nots. My time, don't waste. Tattoos, goatee, they don't mean a thing to me. You ain't no judge, so don't judge me. This is how I carry myself. They ain't teach me nothing, I don't know nothing. This is how I carry myself. They ain't teach me nothing, I don't know nothing else. Business, I take care of that there. Else it was because I don't like that there. No hustle, it's very sour. Mojo hustle, Austin Powers, bring it in by the hour. I ain't fucking with these grams. I distribute it. I ain't hustling for an outfit. She ain't my type, she ain't gonna fit. Majority of these niggas are counterfeit. Right, stay on top of it. Survived off these heads and grits. Thankful, some ain't have shit. That's relevant, so I count my blessing. Pray more than less stressing. Heading in the right direction. Stand up when the devil tests me.